Hello, it's Ari here with Mr. Frankie. We are ready to talk about tips and tricks for better sleep. Frankie gets plenty of sleep, but I can tell you I haven't always had the best sleep. If you know me, you know that I am a tosser and turner. I like to wake up in the middle of the night. I get really cranky the next day when I don't get enough sleep. So I have done a lot of research to figure out ways to improve sleep, so I'm here to share it with you. So we're gonna go right in and dive right into it. The first thing is to make sure, and these are the things I want you to do, if you're gonna get ready for a good night's sleep tonight, this is what you should do right now. First thing, take a look at your pillow. Do you have enough neck support with that pillow? So I'm gonna show you a little trick that I like to do to help support my neck and put me in the better position. There's one thing that I have done that I have eliminated, and that is sleeping on my stomach. If you look at the research that I have listed below, you will notice that sleeping on your stomach is really not that great for your spine, and really everything for your body. So it's taxing the spine, and we don't need that. So the next thing that you can do, take a look at this pillow. Mine is actually an orthopedic pillow anyways. You'll see that there's like a thicker end where the neck can be supported a little bit more, and that's the idea, is to give that neck that extra support that it needs when you're laying down. So if you don't have that, you can fold up a piece of a blanket or towel or something that you have. You can put it into the pillowcase like so. I can get it in here. All right, and then you will see, I'm doing it on the other side so you can tell that it has extra support. Now it has a nice lump on the bottom. So when I go to sleep, here, Frankie, get out of my way, come on, get over here. You can see that I can now rest my head with that extra support in my neck. You should try it because there is really a big difference when you're adding that support, and you can sleep longer, and the quality of sleep can be so much better. It goes for the same when you bring your back on the ground, same thing, support of the neck. I'm not bringing my neck back, it's not up like this, it's a neutral spine, and that's the goal, neutral spine. Good, all right, next thing. I have some stretches that you can do throughout the day. If you are one of my clients, you know that I like to support sitting like this and getting into this low squat stance. Opens up the hips, relaxes these legs, try to get those heels down. If you have to be like this to do it, that's starters. And that's where you're gonna start out, and that's totally fine. Eventually you wanna be able to sit back, get that butt down and the heels down. That's just the first one. Have you ever heard of the happy baby? That's number 2 stretch that you should do throughout the day. I'll show you. It's a little awkward, so don't mind me. You're gonna rest your back on the ground, and then you're just holding your toes just like this, or you can just hang on to your feet, either way. And you're bringing them up into a happy baby. This is a yoga pose. Not the most appropriate in public, but I tell you what, it's the best position for those hips. And honestly, if you were to think that there was a floor above me, I'm really in a deep squat in this position. My feet automatically turn straight and my knees are in the right position. So that's what you're looking for, is to open those hips up, get everything in alignment, and just deep breathe in this position. Take a deep breath in and let that sink down, those hips sink down, muscles relax. Good, so that's the happy baby number 2. The next stretch I would like you to apply for your day of stretching all throughout is a little bit of anterior tibialis stretch, which is this muscle right here in front of your calf here. You're just gonna bring your toes down, move over here so you can see it a little better. Toes are gonna be crunched in there, and I automatically, holy smokes, I feel a stretch coming all the way up my leg. If you have jumpy legs at night, maybe you have shin splints every once in a while, this is great to relieve that tension in your legs. We're constantly in this posterior chamber of our bottom half of our leg. So when you can allow this to relax and stretch, it's going to be really good for those feet and legs. I'm not saying you have to do all of them. I'm suggesting them. So give it a try. If you're like, I don't like this at all, get rid of it. Try the other stretches. Figure out what you can and cannot do. If you can do all of them, great. Then create it as a habit every day. All right, so now we have done our stretches, we've gone through our day, we're drinking lots of water. That's something I haven't added to the list, but it's a thing you should do anyways. It's 4 p.m. This is when you should stop from drinking any alcohol or any coffee. Now, coffee is going to be really important not to drink after 4 p.m. And we'll start there. Coffee stimulates energy, right? So we want to get rid of that coffee. You can have it throughout the day. That's okay, in moderation. But try to eliminate it after 4. If you want some tricks to increase your energy because you need a little uplifting, hopefully by the end of this, and if you try the tricks that I give you, you'll get better sleep, so you don't need that coffee at 4 o'clock. But if you do, try to get rid of it because it's going to help you sleep at night. All right, next thing, that alcohol. I'm not saying eliminate alcohol completely. What I'm saying is we shouldn't be using alcohol to cope with stress during our day. Do you find, this is an independent question for you, ask yourself this, am I drinking to handle stressful situations that happen in certain days? Do you resort to alcohol for that? To kind of bring yourself down, relax, get that happy, good feeling? Is that you? That's okay if it's you. I mean, I have to say, I do that when I want to chillax, especially a Friday night. I just want to, sit back, relax, hang out with friends. That's fine. Well, virtually right now. But the idea of eliminating the alcohol when you are stressed is to allow your body to relax naturally. So instead of that alcohol or, a glass of wine when you're in the tub, try to get rid of the alcohol, get rid of that glass of wine, and just embrace the hot water sinking you in, or maybe just conversation with your family, or, maybe put in a little workout at the end of the workday to kind of blow off steam so you don't resort to alcohol in stressful situations. That's the idea. All right, now you have eliminated that coffee, you have, after 4 p.m., you're not drinking alcohol because of that stressful day, you did your stretches throughout the day, and you have that pillow support that we talked about. Now we're going to talk about creating a really healthy environment for when you are about to go to bed. So you need to give yourself 8 to 10 minutes of foam rolling or deep muscle massage. This will help relieve and send signals to your muscles to say, relax, 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 go to sleep, muscles. And if we can do that by foam rolling or doing the soft tissue massage, maybe you have an awesome partner who will give you a little massage before bed, that's going to be excellent for sleep. So try to implement that every night for about 8 to 10 minutes, and you'll start to feel your body relax. It should almost feel as if it's a bedtime story. So you know how kids, you bring out the book and you're like, okay, kids, it's a bedtime story, let's listen in, and you have the kids on your lap and you start reading the book, and then all of a sudden you start to see and hear all these big yawns going on, and just a couple pages in and they're already like falling asleep. That's going to be your deep muscle massage for you. Once you start massaging, that's the trigger for your brain to say, oh, it's bedtime, I need to relax now. I need my muscles to calm down, the day's done, we're gonna sleep. Okay. Now, the other environmental things that we need to change or adjust. That temperature of the room should be about 62 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Somewhere in between there. You really don't want it to be too hot. You don't want to be sweating. You want your body to be in equilibrium. It doesn't have to work so hard to be warming up, or it doesn't have to work so hard to cool down. If you find that you have a higher core temperature at night, if you go to bed kind of sweaty, or if you wake up sweaty, your core temperature might be high before you go to bed. So simple tricks to fix that: take a cold shower, or I've heard cherry tart juice actually lowers your core temperature down. So those might be options for you to try out. I think sleep is worth it. So if you want to try those to help you sleep, give it a try. Let me know how it works for you. All right, and then we need to eliminate all sound and all lights. So it should be dark, total darkness in your bedroom when you go to bed, and you should also get rid of any sounds. So even that little blinking light will stimulate your brain to stay awake. It's amazing. It's amazing. So if you have a little blinking light in your room, try to cover it up with tape or something, because it will. As much as you tell yourself it's not, oh no, that's not doing anything, it's fine, it blinks all the time, like I'm so used to it. Your brain is used to it, and that might be the reason why you wake up tired, or you get to 4 o'clock and you need that coffee. It's that tiny little stimulant that keeps your brain awake just slightly during the night. And the idea is to get best quality sleep, get in deep REM cycle so you can relax the body and let the body recover from such a hard day. You're learning all this information, you're working your body. If you're working out like me, like I need that sleep. So make sure you try those things. See if that helps. It may not. So then you might want to go see a sleep specialist. But that's these are the things you should try first before you do that. And then the last thing is, and it's the hardest thing, and I hate to say it, but you have to get rid of the phone. You have to get rid of all electronics out of the room, even the TV. No TV when you go to bed. Oh my goodness, not a good idea to try. Just like the sound, just like the light in your room, it's stimulating your brain to stay awake. So get rid of the phone. The idea of it going off, even if it doesn't even sound, and you have it on silent, the thought that it's in the room tells your brain to stay awake just in case it goes off. And when it does, bling, you are wide awake and you're like, oh, who's that? Let me check. Oh, it's just an email. I can go back to bed. Just that. Oh, your poor brain, your poor body. Take care of it. Don't let it get distracted at night when it needs a really good sleep. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you sleep well.